This entire video, the idea, the title, the script you're hearing right now, the voice saying it, even the animations on your screen, was made almost entirely with Claude. One AI tool did the work that used to take me a whole team. And in the next 16 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how, step by step, so you can do the same thing. A year ago, making a video like this meant hiring people, a scriptwriter, a voice actor, a motion designer for the fancy animations, hundreds of dollars per video, and days of waiting on other people. Now I do the entire thing myself in a single afternoon, mostly using Claude. And here's the part that matters for you. By the end of this video, you'll be able to do the exact same thing, even if you've never written a line of code in your life. So let me show you the whole workflow. Quick bit about me first, because it matters for why you should trust this. I'm Bob, and on this channel, I'm building a faceless AI YouTube channel, completely in public. The real wins, the real failures, the actual tools. No fluff, no hype, no fake gurus selling you a course. And I learned this stuff the hard way. Let me tell you a quick story. When I started, I was making those top 10 list videos using AI-generated images. Easy to make, right? Well, I got demonetized. YouTube flagged the channel, the money stopped, and I had to sit down and actually figure out how to do this properly. Not the lazy, spammy way that gets you banned, the real way, where the content is original and looks genuinely good. That whole painful process is what led me to the Claude workflow I'm about to show you. So this isn't theory. This is the system I rebuilt from scratch after getting burned. Here's what we're covering. 5 parts: the video idea and title, the script, the voiceover, the visuals, and then bringing it all together into a finished video. Like I said, you're watching this exact workflow in action right now. This video was made with it. If that sounds useful, do me a quick favor and hit subscribe and drop a like. It's free, it genuinely helps the channel grow, and it tells me to keep making stuff like this. Okay, let's actually get into it. Everything starts here with the idea and the title, and I want to be really clear about why this matters so much. You can make the best video in the world, but if the idea is weak or the title is boring, nobody clicks, nobody watches, and all that effort is wasted. The idea and title are the difference between a video that gets 10 views and one that gets 10,000, so I don't guess. Guessing is what I used to do, and it's why half my early videos flopped. Instead, I let actual data tell me what's going to work. I use a tool called VidIQ, and I connect it directly to Claude so I can just have a conversation with my own channel's data. Let me show you how to set that up. It takes about 2 minutes. Inside Claude, go to Settings, then Connectors, and click Add Custom Connector. A box pops up asking for 2 things: a name and an MCP server URL. Don't worry about what MCP means. Just think of it as the little bridge that lets Claude talk to VidIQ. To get that URL, go to vidiq.com/Claude/. The URL is right there on the page, and so are the setup steps if you want to follow along there too. Copy the URL, paste it into the box, name the connector VidIQ so you remember what it is, and click Add Connector. And that's it. VidIQ is now wired straight into Claude. Now, one thing I want to hammer home early, because it's the single most useful tip in this whole video. If anything goes wrong during any of this setup, an error, something doesn't connect, a button isn't where I said it'd be, you just ask Claude what's happening. Literally type, "This isn't working, what's wrong?" And it'll tell you what's broken and how to fix it. You'll see me lean on this trick more than once. It's basically having a patient tech support person sitting next to you the whole time. Okay, VidIQ is connected. I start a fresh chat and I ask it this: using VidIQ, generate 5 video ideas that can go viral based on my channel and my niche. Watch what it does. It actually goes and pulls my real channel data, looks at my most popular videos, and checks what's trending in my niche right now. Then it comes back with 5 ideas. And crucially, each one comes with a reason it'll work. So I read through all 5. There's one about testing free AI tools, one about a day-by-day channel journey, a couple of others, and then the first one jumps out at me. A video about YouTube banning faceless AI channels. Given my whole demonetization story, that's perfect for me, so I picked that one. Now for the title, I ask, using VidIQ, give me 10 high-scoring titles for this video idea, and it gives me 10 titles. But here's the clever bit. Each one is scored for click potential, and they're ranked from highest to lowest. So I'm not sitting there agonizing over which title is best. The data already ranked them for me. The top one scores an 86, and Claude even explains why it works. The curiosity, the urgency, the promise of a solution. I go with that top title. And just like that, the two hardest decisions in all of YouTube, what to make and what to call it, are done in about 2 minutes, backed by real data instead of a gut feeling. Next up, the script. And I'm still inside Claude for this. Same tool, new chat. Now, here's where most people mess up. They open Claude and type, "Write me a YouTube script about X and Y," and then they're disappointed when it sounds generic and robotic. And yeah, of course it does. You gave it nothing to work with. Here's what I do instead. I give it the title we just picked. I give it the main points I actually want to cover in the video. And then I add one line that changes everything. I tell it to ask me as many clarifying questions as it needs before writing a single word. So the script comes out perfectly tailored to me the first time, instead of me having to redo it 5 times. So it starts asking me real questions. What's the tone of my channel? How do I want to open the video? How long should it be? Who's my audience? Do I want a call to action, and where? And I answer every one of them, honestly. And this is the thing I really want you to get. The quality of what comes out depends entirely on what you put in. By answering these questions, I'm basically handing Claude a blueprint of my channel. So the script it writes actually sounds like me, talks to my audience, and hits the right length, instead of some generic AI mush that sounds like every other channel. And then it writes the whole thing. A complete script in my tone for my audience, the right length, with the call to action exactly where I asked for it. From the points in my head to a finished script in just a few minutes. That's parts 1 and 2 done, both powered by Claude. On to the voice. For the voiceover, I use a tool called ElevenLabs. The process itself is simple. I take the script, paste it in, pick a voice, and generate. Out comes a natural sounding voiceover of the entire script. But I've got 2 tips that matter here. First, pick a voice that isn't already used by 1,000 other channels. This is a mistake I see constantly. There are a handful of really popular ElevenLabs voices, and the second someone hears one, their brain goes, "Oh, this is one of those AI channels." It makes you sound generic before you've even said anything interesting. So spend a few extra minutes and find a voice that's a little more original. It instantly sets you apart. Second, if your voice sounds flat, boring, or robotic, play with the stability and exaggeration settings. And if it sounds too over the top and hyped, push those the other way. There's no magic number I can give you because the right settings change depending on the voice you picked. So just experiment, generate a few seconds, listen, adjust, repeat, until it sounds like an actual human you'd want to listen to. Once it sounds right, I download the audio. Now we get to the visuals, and I want to be upfront there are honestly a ton of different ways to make the visuals for a video like this, and a lot of them can be powered through Claude too. Different styles suit different videos. But rather than overwhelm you with every option, I'm just going to show you my personal setup, the one that works for me. My videos are built from a few layers. There's an AI avatar, a character in a studio, that looks and talks like a real person, which is what's delivering most of this video. Then on top of that, I layer screen recordings, stock footage, text overlays, and animations. All of that together is what keeps your eyes glued to the screen instead of clicking away. The character itself I make with a tool called HeyGen. I take that ElevenLabs voiceover I just made, upload it into HeyGen, and it generates my avatar actually speaking the script, with the mouth movements matched and everything. My specific avatar is a custom one I built using Nano Banana, so it's genuinely unique to me. It's not a stock character you'll see on 50 other channels. Then I drop that talking character straight into CapCut, and now I've got my avatar delivering the entire script. But here's the honest truth, a talking character is a great start, but it is not a finished premium looking video yet, and making it actually look premium, that used to be the single most expensive part of this whole process. You know those clean, smooth, glowing animations you see on the big channels? The ones that make a video look genuinely high-end? You used to have to hire a motion designer for those. Hundreds of dollars per video, every time. That's the piece that, for me, was the real barrier. And it's exactly the piece that Claude Code completely replaced. This is the part the whole video's title is about. So pay attention here because this is where it gets good. And let me set the scene quickly. For the screen recordings in my videos, I obviously just record my screen. Nothing fancy. Stock footage and text overlays, I add those inside CapCut, but the premium animations, the expensive looking stuff, those I now make with Claude Code and a tool called Remotion. And I know the second I say Claude Code, some of you are going to think, okay, this is the part where it gets technical and I get lost. It's not. You do not need to know how to code at all. I'll show you every single click, as there's exactly one thing you have to install first, and it's called Node.js. Let me explain why. Node.js lets your computer run a programming language called JavaScript, and Remotion, the animation tool, runs on JavaScript. So installing Node.js is basically what lets Claude run Remotion on your machine in the first place. It's a one-time setup. You do it once, and then you genuinely never have to think about it again. So here's how. Just search node.j-s, click into the official site, and you'll see a big green download button right there on the home page. Click it and install it. Now I open up Claude Code and start a chat. The very first thing I type is the command that sets up Remotion. npx create-video at latest. This is me telling Claude to go and install everything it needs to make Remotion work. Claude does its thing and comes back with a command for me to run. All I have to do is copy that command, paste it back in, and let it run. What this does is create a project folder on my laptop, and that folder is where Claude is going to store all of its Remotion projects and files from now on. So everything stays neat and in one place. Once that folder is created, I type cd my video. That just moves me into the folder we just made. And then npm run dev. This is the one that opens up Remotion Studio, which is the live preview window right there in my browser. That preview is where I'm going to watch my animations come to life. I also run npmi, which installs a few extra packages that help Remotion give the best possible result. Now, this did not all work perfectly, first try for me. I hit a couple of snags during setup, and you might too. But here's the beautiful part, and it's that same tip from earlier. When something breaks, you just tell Claude. You paste in whatever the problem is, and it figures out what went wrong and keeps working until it gets what you asked. So if you hit a wall during this part, don't panic, don't quit, just ask Claude. Okay, so now Remotion is fully installed and working, and this is the fun part. I can just ask Claude to build me whatever animation I want. One pro tip before I show you. I actually write my prompts with AI too. I'll hop into ChatGPT and have it write me a really detailed, descriptive prompt for the exact animation I'm picturing, the colors, the motion, the style, the vibe, and then I paste that detailed prompt into Claude. A better prompt gives you a better animation. It's the same lesson as the script. Good input, good output. So here's a real example. I paste in a prompt asking Claude to build a sleek, pill-shaped box with glowing lights orbiting around the outside edges. Smooth motion, circling around the perimeter. No text, just a really premium, clean, modern look. The kind of thing you'd see in an expensive tech ad. And just like with the script, I tell it to ask me as many questions as it needs, so we get it exactly right. Now here's the rhythm of actually working with it, and you'll see me do this over and over. Every single time Claude builds or changes something, I switch over to the preview tab to see the result live. Build, switch, look. That preview window updates and I can see exactly what it made. So I look at the first version and maybe the glow's a little too fast, or the color's not quite right, or I want it a touch bigger. No problem, I just tell Claude what to change. Make the glow slower. Change the color to blue. Whatever it is, and then I switch back to the preview tab to check it again. And then look at that. That right there is a genuinely premium looking animation, the kind of thing that used to cost me hundreds of dollars and a week of waiting on a freelancer. And it cost me nothing but a few minutes of going back and forth in plain English with Claude. So I download it, drop it into CapCut alongside my avatar, my screen recordings, my stock footage, and text overlays. And now I've got a video that genuinely looks amazing. And just as importantly, it doesn't look like every other faceless AI channel out there, because those animations are original and made by me. And that, start to finish, is the whole thing. The idea and the title, from VidIQ and Claude, backed by real data. The script, written by Claude, tailored to my channel. The voice from ElevenLabs. The avatar from HeyGen. And the premium animations, the expensive part, the part that used to need a whole separate person, from Claude Code. The thread running through all of it is Claude. That's the tool that replaced my entire workflow. A complete, original, professional-looking video, mostly automated, made by one person in a single afternoon. This is the stuff that used to take a team and a real budget. And now it just takes you and the right tools. And remember, none of this is the spammy, lazy, get your channel banned kind of automation that I learned about the hard way. This is original, it's high quality, and it's yours. So if this video helped you out, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. I'm documenting this entire faceless channel journey in real time, every win and every screw up. Drop a like to help the channel out, and tell me down in the comments, what's the first video you're going to make with this workflow? I read every single comment, and I'd genuinely love to know. I'll see you in the next one.